Yeah, back on my old channel, before I deleted it, the very first video game that I streamed was Metro 2033. Or was it Last Light? I can't remember. But now, ho ho ho, you know, I'm going back to an old classic because I also streamed Dead Rising. So, you know, we're gonna do that as well. Okay, you want to keep Frank's current status? Yeah, and I know that's kind of cheating, but like I'm level 44, so it's whatever. I'll keep Frank's current status. Fuck it. Yeah. Dead Rising is an interesting franchise. It kind of came during the whole zombie boom that occurred in the early 2000s that I feel like is slowly dying off now, but I'm not entirely sure on that because oh, I see I haven't played Dead Rising in so long I forgot that I changed Frank's outfit. But Dead Rising came out at like the perfect time because I want to say that from 2004 onwards, it was like the big zombie boom in pop culture, where zombie movies, video games, and comic books and all that shit became like super popular. You know, because beforehand, zombies were kind of just boring movie monsters. Now they're like a pop culture staple. Everybody and their brothers got to make a zombie game or a zombie movie or he just take off his sunglasses while wearing sunglasses. Jesus. So you know, it's I don't know. A part of me really, you know, when I was a young kid, you know, when I was like 12, 13, whatever, I loved zombies. I love zombie movies. I love zombie video games. I love, you know, zombie anything. I had a bunch of zombie comic books, including like The Walking Dead, Zombies Feast, and there's this one that I remember. I think it only lasted like one or two issues, where it was a zombie comic book, and some guy dressed up like a clown. And he would only speak with like, you know, a bicycle horn, you know, like honk honk, you know, and shit like that, and he would, you know, kill zombies with a katana sword. And even when I was, you know, like a cringy teenager, I was like, man, this is too cringy even for me. All right, let's see if I can remember the controls. So that's to take pictures. It's been a long time. Okay, that's the zoom. Oh, well, I could have just waited. All right. This is an amazing game. The nerdy game dude asks, what the heck is Dead Rising? Dead Rising is a franchise that Capcom has tried to capitalize on way too many times. Nerdy gamer dude, since you know you and I are friends on PSN, you're you know, I could restart that party and you could become part of the stream if you want. It's always good to have guests. It don't matter to me. Nothing really matters anymore. We're all gonna die. Anyway, alright, let me start this party up real quick. Get the nerdy gamer dude in here. Alright, now both microphone gameplay being broadcast. Alright, sorry for the interruption. Oh my god, it's the nerdy gamer dude.
Oh, if you hear windows shattering, that's because I'm opening my window, but it's hot in here.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, it's like freezing cold outside, so I can understand like trying to heat up your house. I was about to start going on about how Dead Rising had a promising start, and then because of, I want to say, a lot of mismanagement, it's kind of a dead franchise now.
Wait, doesn't mean there's more than 2 Dead Rising games?
It's not business as usual.
Oh my god, I've never known about this. All I've known are the first 2 games.
Yeah, okay.
I have to check out 3 and 4. They seem pretty good.
I guess that's why you went on a long rant about Dead Rising 4 a couple days ago or a week ago.
I don't know, they seem pretty good.
Here's
the
a
part I had was probably better than Dead Rising 4.
Yeah, that's true. Well, okay, so apparently Capcom canceled Dead Rising 5, which a part of me wants to say that may have been a good thing.
Are you telling me that? Are you telling me that poster was a lie?
Oh, I guess so.
Oh no!
Oh,
No.
that guy's clipping through the fucking tires. I just saw that.
You know, it said Dead Rising is a polished game.
Yeah, amazingly no. Like the first Dead Rising's not like a super polished game, but you know what? It's still arguably the best one in the whole franchise.
It's arguably the best looking one in the whole franchise.
But yeah, you said that right when I'm looking at all the cars. I'm noticing how like generic they look. Yeah, they're all like cardboard shit. It's like, I don't know that one. This is clearly like, I don't know. I'm starting to feel like this whole opening photo segment was probably a bad idea after you think about it.
You know, like you can just skip. I why they had the option to skip it.
Yeah, I have the option to skip it. I don't know.
Some things aren't good enough for people.
No, but you know, I am gonna skip it. But here's the thing. A lot of like I was just talking about the whole zombie boom of the early 2000s. And believe it or not, everyone's favorite insane, overly violent, incredibly like anti-everything asshole that everyone hates, Uwe Ball.
Okay,
almost
Did he almost make a Dead Rising movie?
No. He almost killed any possibility of like a zombie boom to ever occur. Okay, so think of it like this. Okay, so you got Uwe Ball, right?
Great man. Very friendly man.
And he's so friendly he'll punch you in the fucking face for criticizing his movies. Anyway, so we got Uwe Ball who wanted to make a House of the Dead movie. He makes a House of the Dead. He makes a House of the Dead movie. It fucking sucks. Everybody hates it, and it caused Universal Pictures. Yeah, at one point Universal worked with fucking Uwe Ball. Universal saw this and was like, I guess zombies just aren't popular anymore. And Zack Snyder, that's right, fucking Justice League Zack Snyder, DCEU extraordinaire Zack Snyder, guy that made 300 and Watchmen and makes you depressed for watching them, Zack Snyder, came to Universal, was like, look, I want to do this remake of Dawn of the Dead, just come on. And they're like, okay. So they did the remake of Dawn of the Dead. It was a huge hit. That same year, 2 other zombie movies came out, and that was Resident Evil Apocalypse and Shaun of the Dead.
Ooh.
All
One
of which...
of those is a really good movie. The other one is Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Okay, to be fair, I don't hate the Resident Evil movies. I really don't. I don't hate the Resident Evil movies. I just don't, like, you know, I just don't view them as, like, being main parts of the Resident Evil franchise. Like,
I've never seen a Resident Evil movie. I've only seen bits and pieces of all of them.
Like my dad and I, like, I remember growing up and my dad and I would actually see every single Resident. I think from Resident Evil Extinction onwards, my dad and I saw every Resident Evil movie in theaters except for the 5th one. I think he missed the 5th one, and I saw that with a friend.
Oh, we gotta see it with him. We gotta complete it.
Well, no, he's seen it. He's seen it by now. But like, I'll never forget when we all sat down and watched the 6th movie, and he was like, "This is the biggest piece of dog shit that I've ever seen." Because he really liked all the other movies, and then when we get to Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, which is the most boringly titled film and the most confusing film in the whole franchise, he's like, "Oh, fuck this shit. This is bad. This is bad."
Yeah,
But
I don't know anything.
right,
I have not seen yet.
but so anyway, you get Shaun of the Dead, Resident Evil Apocalypse, and Dawn of the Dead remake all coming out in the same year, and they were all hits. Like, and that's the one thing I want to bring up. Yeah, the Resident Evil movies aren't great, but they were all huge financial hits. So, you know, at that point, it doesn't matter. So, and keep in mind that both Shaun of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead were distributed by Universal, so that was a big hit for Universal. So they're like, huh, you know what? We might have to look more into this zombie thing. Yeah, and keep in mind though that, like, you know, even like certain video game franchises, like Resident Evil tried to get away from zombies by releasing Resident Evil 4, and then kind of just floated back to it. which is
Right,
bizarre, but it is what it is.
Take a look around the mall.
They were like,
Bring
wait,
anything we can use
if Dawn
for
of the Dead is
barricade
good,
back here.
if Shaun of the Dead was good,
Andale.
what the hell is happening with
Pronto.
Uwe Ball down the street? He's out of like stepping on children.
Yeah, you got Uwe Ball kicking kids in the face like, you don't like my movie? Fuck you! Just like fucking curb stomp some kid.
Oh shoot! Remind me to talk about anime when we're done with this. I think this
Oh, is Uwe Ball finally getting into anime?
No, I
And
think,
finally!
I think Discotheque's releasing Looseness of the Fog. That's at some point.
Nice.
If they haven't already. Yeah, but back to actual good stuff.
So, by the way, I single-handedly... I know this is technically incorrect, but I single-handedly blame Uwe Ball for, you know, the whole idea that video game-based movies are bad. And I know he's not the only director to cause, like, this ideology, but, like, he oversaturated the market in the early 2000s.
Also, the movie was pretty good, and I will always love the Far Cry movie.
I don't. like, okay, so, like, Uwe Ball's amazing because, like, unlike, like, directors such as, like, for example, Tommy Wiseau, who actually have redeemable qualities and are actually likable people, you know, and have actually grown to become better people. Uwe Ball, I would argue, has become worse as time has gone on. Like, he's become, like, way more hostile. Okay, like that's the scary part about Uwe Ball. He went from, like, being partially hostile to, like, just straight up, it's me versus the world. You know? Like it's straight up Uwe Ball versus all 7 billion people on Earth.
What in the hell are you people doing?
You know, and that's the amazing part about Uwe Ball. Like, I remember I did this whole thing in college about Uwe Ball and how basically he's completely fucking insane. Yeah, I don't really know who to blame for it. You know, because, like...
And then you went to turn in your paper, and you were like, alright, Professor, I'm here to turn my paper. Spins around his chair, it is Uwe Ball.
Yeah, and then Uwe Ball beats the living shit out of me for even slightly criticizing him.
Transports you to a boxing ring.
That was like the one thing about Uwe Ball that people forget. Right. Like that's the one thing that a lot of people forget about Uwe Ball is that he actually is like a super hyper violent individual. Like,
maybe if he targeted himself differently and pursued a different career, he could have been like an actual, like, you know, athlete.
yeah, probably. That's a shotgun. I know one of these guys has a shotgun and trying to get it. Find it. Ah, shit.
The dude by like a little bell tower.
I know. I'm by the bell tower. I think it's over here. Like, oh no, it's a lead pipe. A lead pipe's pretty good, I guess. That's true.
Yeah.
That's did you get that from the movie Dead and Breakfast, which is another part of the zombie boom?
No.
There's a movie called Dead and Breakfast, and these guys make their own shotgun out of like a lead pipe and some shotgun shells that they find, and they like no, like damn it, I can't find this fucking shotgun. I'm getting like the shit beaten out of me. So like, oh, there it is, yay!
Now enjoy it for only 20 shots.
Now I have the power.
It's funny, you can the only not Resident Evil I'm talking about. I'm so stupid. The only Dead Rising game we can like reload a gun is like the Wii version of the first game, which is an anomaly on its own.
Jesus.
I almost bought that game over the original Dead Rising.
You would have hated yourself. You would not be a Dead Rising fan.
Huh? I know, because I was like, I went out, I saw like, I think it was the Game Grumps play the first and second game. I was like, oh, I want to play Dead Rising, but I only had like a Wii and a PS3, and I didn't know that Dead Rising 2 was for the PS3 at that point. I went out to buy Dead Rising for Wii because that's all I knew. Then instead, I found Dead Rising 2, and here I am. Things have gone really differently if I went to a different GameStop.
Right.
As long as those things are in the
Let's see here. Try to think here. You got.
We better not use this door.
What else was in the zombie boom? Because like the main period of the quote zombie boom was 2004 to 2010.
Remind me, was The Walking Dead around that time, like the TV show or the comic?
The comic book started, I think, in 2005, and then the TV show started in 2010.
I know George A. Romero hopped back on the zombie trend with like some of his other movies.
Yeah, because in 2005 he released Land of the Dead, and then in 2008 he released Diary of the Dead, and I think
that was bad. Yeah. There was Survival of the Dead.
I like Diary of the Dead. I didn't like Survival of the Dead, which I'm trying to remember when that came out. I think that was like 2011.
That came out after like Diary of the Dead.
Yeah, I know it came out after Diary of the Dead. I'm trying to remember when exactly it came out. I want to say it was 2011. That is like clearly like the worst like version of like or the worst like movie that George did, unfortunately.
Who are you
guys? Some other Stephen King movies he made.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. 2006 or 2007, you had Zombieland, which yeah, Zombieland was really good. I never saw the sequel.
Nope.
I still haven't.
Thanks for showing me.
I was gonna say a lot of people tell me just not to watch Zombieland like double tap.
Hey, we're not done talking.
I will say, even though it came out like
just
it wasn't like 10 years after the original, was it?
Oh yeah, I think it was 12 years.
Yeah, well, even though it was 12 years, I felt like they were able to. I think it was the same director. I'm pretty sure it was the same director. They carried over. They carried over the tone, the look, and everything very well. It felt like a movie that could have been made like 2 years after the original. So in terms of believability, pretty good. Too bad it was dog shit.
I will say that like if I don't know. Oh shit! It's Otis. But anyway, if there is, in my opinion, like like the best of the early 2000s zombie movie, I will say like Zombieland is definitely up there. I actually don't dislike Land of the Dead. For some reason, a lot of people hate Land of the Dead, but I actually like it.
I have like a big hate relationship with Land of the Dead and the 2004 Zack Snyder remake.
The remake does have some good qualities.
I remember I watched the Red Letter Media video on like the original Dawn of the Dead, and they talked about the remake, and like the first 20 minutes is like the best part of the movie.
I don't know, because like I do like a lot of the character development in the remake. The original is the better one. There's no doubt about that. And what really bums me out about that is that like you cannot get that movie on Blu-ray anywhere because it's been out of print.
Yeah, I have it on DVD now. Oh, the original or the
original? Oh. Yeah, the remake you can find everywhere. I have found maybe 13 like copies in like my local Walmart bargain bin. Oh, is that a zombie? Don't come near me! Anyway.
You're gonna have a hard time playing that game if you're scared of zombies.
But,
you're pointing at an old lady.
Jeff, come here, Jeff. But, let's see, what else was there? Because, like, they did that really What?
Were the Dead Rising movies around at that time?
No, the Dead Rising movies I think started in like 2012.
Ooh, the year of good movies.
You know, I was gonna say 2012 actually did have like a solid release schedule of good movies, which is weird. Because like you had like Avengers, The Dark Knight Rises. I know there's a bunch I'm forgetting.
I'm sure the Avengers was a good movie.
Right.
Oops.
I don't. What'd you do? Did you kill one of them?
No. No. What was it I was gonna say? So you had, God, I'm like blanking out. Shit.
Like zombie movies in 2012?
No, just good. good movies in 2012 in general.
I don't know what came out in 2012.
Because I know there were a lot of good movies that came out in 2012. I'm just trying to remember them all.
I'm not looking anything up. Don't mind me.
No, okay.
Holy shit.
Oh, The Amazing Spider-Man came out in 2012. That was alright.
No.
Come on.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one was horrible. It wasn't Spider-Man at all.
I liked it.
He straight up became Spider-Man for like revenge. I'm like, it's not Spider-Man.
I
like
love
Batman.
how the characters, when they have to get up the ledge to get to the air vent, they go like super fast, like they're fucking demons. Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah,
like,
Room 237 came out that year.
what is it?
Room 237, the really shit Shining documentary where they interviewed like 4 people and like, oh, what's your interpretation of the Room? And there were some good people, but then there were people that were like, Stanley Kubrick, I can't remember some really bad ones. He was like gay or something. How like this was his coming out film or something like that. I don't know. And people were like, what? No, he's not gay. The Hunt came out in 2012. That's a good movie.
The Hunt was actually good.
Yeah. Diary of a Wimpy Dog Days came out that year.
That was a great movie. I still haven't seen. I've seen all the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies except that one. Son of a bitch. Otis is already starting his shit.
The Ace Attorney movie came out in 2012.
God, I forgot they made an Ace Attorney movie.
I know, and it was actually pretty decent.
I also just remember that they did Silent Hill Revelations.
They also had Barbie the Princess and the motherfucking pop star.
Oh my god.
We did it. 2012 has been saved.
Clearly the Avengers was the only good thing in that whole thing.
What are you talking about?
Because, like, the Avengers basically single-handedly saved, like, the U.S. economy.
I had a feeling you'd show up.
Prometheus, Life of Pi, or
Okay, I actually liked Prometheus, but that might be because I'm an asshole. I know a lot of people that love that movie, and a lot of people that really, really hate that movie. There's, like, a very, very... It's one of those movies where there's not an in-between.
What, Life of Pi?
No, Prometheus.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
I need to see Life of Pi.
I haven't seen any movie past the first one.
I know that there was a movie I really liked that came out in Bollywood in 2012. I'm trying to remember what it was. No, I love
Bollywood.
I love Bollywood.
But what's Bollywood? What is Bollywood?
Well, I'll tell you, my lucky viewers of 2. So basically the idea is Bollywood is the film industry of India, primarily around like Mumbai and New Delhi. So you know, it's that in Bombay, I guess. There are a lot of Bollywood movies that I really like.
But why is Bollywood not that much overreaching? Maybe it's the genre style they choose all the time.
I don't know. I love Bollywood because it's usually pretty lighthearted, very very wacky, but it can also be like really action-packed and serious at times. Netflix just released their own. They've labeled it as a Bollywood movie, but like Bollywood's a very specific style. So like for example, like not every movie in India would be considered Bollywood.
Well, of course.
So you know, just like how in America, not every movie made in America is Hollywood. Some are just made by a bunch of assholes in Cincinnati. Go watch Delisted. Anyway, I didn't just plug my own film project in here.
We can't though. We have nowhere to find Delisted.
I'm trying to get on YouTube. We're doing colorization on it right now. But anyway, so go watch Riddle of the Spider's Web. Anyway,
Yeah, fucking gems.
that is a gem. Shut up. I love that movie. The more I watch it, anyway. The thing about Bollywood in this movie that's like labeled on Netflix as Bollywood is it's called AK versus AK, which is actually It actually has a really solid premise, and it's actually a good movie, but I wouldn't label it as Bollywood, or at least not like true Bollywood. It's definitely a part of Indian cinema, obviously. It's from India, it's made by Indian director, Indian actors, Indian producers, and all that, but it's not, it's not what I would classify as Bollywood, because it doesn't have like too many qualities of Bollywood. It is a good movie. If you haven't seen it, it's about this actor who humiliates this director in the middle of a television interview. And the director, you know, decides that he's gonna like fuck with this guy, so he kidnaps this actor's daughter, and he basically tells him, you gotta act out this movie idea I have, where you have to find your daughter or else something bad's gonna happen. And so he...
The 2013 remake Old Boy?
No. So he literally follows him around with a camera, and it's like the only rules are you can't call the police, nobody can interfere, and you have to do everything that you're told, no matter what.
You're filming and people are gonna interfere.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. So like, for example, he told the police that this is all part of a movie.
Oh.
Yeah, so the police don't interfere anyway. Now he does try to go to the cops at one point, and then like he says like, look, this director is insane. He's fucking crazy. He's kidnapped my daughter. He's nuts. I need your help. And then the cops are like, wow, that's really good acting. You know, he might win an Oscar.
He might win an Oscar.
So it is a good movie. It's really good. Personally, my favorite Bollywood movie is Happy New Year. I watch that with my wife every year. That has one of my favorite actors in it, Shah Rukh Khan. I probably fucked up the pronunciation of his name.
Isn't that the man who's in every Bollywood movie and can do every genre?
Pretty much, like he's literally been in every genre of every. Like I'll give him that. He has range. You know, like yeah, he's really like he does action, he does comedy, he does romance, he does sci-fi. He once played a little person, even though in real life he's like 6'5".
He was willing to cut off his legs.
that movie might still be on Netflix. It's called Zero, and it's really fucking good. It's really good. It's really good. Let's see here. Happy New Year is the story. It's kind of like Ocean's 11 meets American Idol meets Pitch Perfect. No, I know it sounds like those things shouldn't go together. I know it sounds like those things shouldn't go together, but I assure you, they go together.
Okay, we'll have to talk about this later.
And
you know how to use that gun?
Basically, this guy is a thief, and he wants to steal these diamonds, and the diamonds are being held at a hotel that is close to this dance competition. So he comes up with this plan to
dance competition.
Well, he decides to assemble a crew of master thieves and hackers and all this stuff, and they're going to enter the dance competition as a dance team, so they can get close to the hotel and steal the diamonds.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
I had to break into the hotel for getting all these master thieves.
Because they gotta get the dance competition to get close to the hotel.
This is like in that one Lupin III movie where they have to like steal something by entering a race, but instead of just stealing it because they know where it is, they just enter the race instead.
Well, I'm sorry, Cameron, but it would be like, what, like a 2-minute movie? I will admit that Happy New Year is, in my opinion, it's probably like my favorite, Bollywood movie. Krish is also a really good one. That's like a superhero movie. Moogamoody is also a Bollywood superhero movie, which that one's actually really good. That's about a guy that he falls in love with this girl, and he finds out that the girl's little brother really likes superheroes, so he dresses up like a superhero to impress her little brother so that he can get to her. But then he accidentally stumbles upon like an actual murder, and he has to actually like fight like legitimate criminals, and then he becomes this like ultimate superhero. It's actually pretty cool.
Damn.
It's actually a good movie. Die, Carlito. Carlito is, you know, when you first play this game and you're not like leveled up at all, Carlito actually is a pretty difficult boss.
Well, unless you have the torso mannequin, then you can beat him in 2 hits, or the salmon, unless that's Solomon.
Solomon, like King Solomon from the Bible?
No, it's salmon. Yes, we're gonna recruit King Solomon.
Oh, okay.
Dead Rising got really weird.
Dead Rising's always been weird. That's kind of like the one thing I really like about Dead Rising is that it's not afraid to get like really weird.
Yeah, and it usually plays it straight.
Like,
remember, the Frank in this game is the same Frank that made who made That's What She Said joke in Dead Rising 4. Same character. Keep that in mind.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's also the same one from Off the Record who wore a fucking leotard and beat up zombies in a boxing ring like Uwe Ball.
That one doesn't really count.
Got away.
Do you think Uwe Ball would have survived in the world of Dead Rising?
Fucking punched him.
No.
He would set up movie reviews.
He would go outside, he wouldn't even know that they're zombies, he would just assume that they were haters of his movies and just kill them all. Fuck you, you think my fucking movie fucking bad, fuck you! He just like fucking kills them all.
I cry every day for the fact that Letterboxd took down his account, because his Letterboxd account was hilarious.
Didn't he just like harass like other like movie directors and all that and say like...
Certainly.
I was gonna say...
Thankfully he's on IMDb now.
I was gonna say, like, I know I Hate Everything, did a whole video about, like, his insane-ass reviews, like, on Letterboxd,
So
and,
good.
like, they're all fucking crazy, and I'm like, yeah? I mean, okay, you gotta understand, for anyone that watches this in the future, here's the thing, Uwe Ball is only funny in retrospect, because, like, this was a guy that legitimately thought he was going to make it big in Hollywood and that he was going to be like the next Spielberg. And
Yes, I'll make it big by making House of the Dead.
Yeah, so he ends up making Alone in the Dark, House of the Dead, Blood Rain 2, Blood Rain 3, Blubberella, Tunnel Rats, the Postal movie, the Far Cry movie. All these movies, by the way, like I'm pretty sure are rated below like 10% on Rotten Tomatoes or below 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. Most of these movies fucking suck. And then when he couldn't get funding for his current movie, or current movies, he like goes on YouTube and he makes a fucking video where he's like, fuck you all, you're all motherfuckers, I fucking hate every single fucking one of you. It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's insane.
Yeah, what was amazing is that like he was like, I demand you give me money to make this shitty movie I want to make. He didn't get the money, but he still made the movie anyway, which implies he always had the money and he was just trying to get more money. It was Rampage 3.
Oh yes, the critically acclaimed Rampage series of movies.
Yeah.
Great movies. Haven't seen a single one.
The ones that he dedicated to, like, you know, psychopaths that killed people in real life.
I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, but didn't he dedicate one to, like, a really, really bad person who I can't say on YouTube?
Yeah. To answer your question, yes, he dedicated one of the movies to a mass murderer.
Wow.
And he claimed that he did it as, like, a form of dark comedy, but it's like, no. Yeah, it's like, it's not funny. Uwe Ball, you're not funny. Jokes are supposed to make you laugh. Uwe Ball just punches you in the face.
You can tell this is a movie that he wrote himself.
Right. Yeah, that's like one thing that, like, when Uwe Ball does try comedy, he's like exceptionally bad at it. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, like Blubberella, which he's openly stated is like the funniest movie ever made. and it's really not, because the joke is, if you've seen Blood Rain 3, it's a remake, a shot-for-shot remake of Blood Rain 3, but the joke is the lead actress has been replaced with an overweight actress. And that's
funny.
And that's
win all the Oscars. That's what he said.
And that's the joke. And then when people said they didn't like the movie because, one, the movie made fun of fat people, and two, the movie just wasn't good, his only response was, "You people don't understand good comedy."
But you know what I love? I love a bad movie where everyone is properly credited.
Yeah.
I would love just to find these people. Like, who would sign on to do these? Like, maybe they're just hurting for cash one day. Who knows?
I know the guy in the Rampage movies. I can't remember his name. He was also in an episode of Supernatural, and he was the one guy that got killed by Freddy Krueger in Freddy vs. Jason. He literally has been in, like, I think a majority of Uwe Ball's movies for some reason.
He's like his Greg Sestero to his Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, and like some people have said that like he's basically like he's like arguably maybe Uwe Ball's only friend.
Oh God.
He is actually listed as a quote frequent collaborator with Uwe Ball.
That'd be great.
I'm like, do you really want that label on you in life?
No.
Like, do you really want people to say like, oh yeah, that's the guy that always collabs with fucking Uwe Ball?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I don't think that's common knowledge, but I think he's fine.
Yeah, that's true. I actually own a good chunk of Uwe Ball movies.
Oh, they're probably like really cheap.
Yeah, you can get them for like I think you can find like your average Uwe Ball movie for like $5 on like Amazon.
Who's going Tubi?
That is true. There is a lot of them on Tubi, and I'm not really sure why. Like
maybe Tubi execs are like, oh man, someone made all these like video game movies, these recognizable IP movies.
Yeah,
They're so cheap to buy.
Let's not forget that Uwe Ball once tried to sell himself the rights of Metal Gear Solid and Halo for some reason.
I would have loved to see a Metal Gear Solid movie that Uwe Ball would make.
Like, despite the fact that Uwe Ball had no legal ability to hand himself the rights to any of those video game franchises, he wrote a contract that basically said, I, Uwe Ball, sell to Uwe Ball the rights to Metal Gear Solid and Halo. And then, he got called out on it, you know, and like, hey, you know that you're gonna get the shit suit out of you, right? And he's like, oh, he's like, no, I'm not.
I wonder what Kojima thought of that.
He probably. I'm actually surprised that Hideo Kojima hasn't, like, just straight up asked Uwe Ball to work with him. Because that seems like something that Hideo Kojima would do. You're like, you know what would be really funny?
Maybe he just didn't know. In that case, we have to tell him.
Right.
That'd be so funny.
Of course, Uwe Ball also just hates any movie that's, like, more successful than his own.
Yeah. It's like, 99% of cinema.
Yeah, like for example, like when the Avengers came out, he like shat on the Avengers like super hard, saying that it was the worst movie ever made, that it's the worst piece of shit to ever exist. He hates it, and I'm like, you know, you're making yourself become a Marvel villain, and that's the amazing part. Like I really wish, like, don't get me wrong, Josh Brolin is the perfect Thanos. I would have loved it if Uwe Ball played Thanos.
Is Uwe Ball an actor? Has he acted and stuff before?
Yeah, he played himself in Postal.
He played himself in the Auschwitz documentary.
I was about to say, yeah, because like, well, also that wasn't a documentary. That was a biopic or a biodrama. But
so bad.
He played a Nazi in both Postal and in the Auschwitz movie.
I don't know how to feel about that. I really
uncomfortable because, like, from what I understand, someone once said Uwe Ball is a Nazi sympathizer.
Oh God.
Which really wouldn't surprise me, in all honesty. Like, the more you look into Uwe Ball and his history and his life, the more you realize that he's a really fucked up individual. So I can't confirm that that's true, but I know I have heard people refer to him as a Nazi before.
That biopic he made was absolutely horrible. I was like downstairs with my dad once. We were like doing separate things downstairs, and he was like browsing Amazon. And we started a documentary on there, and I hear a very familiar voice. And I look up, and I'm like, "There's no way it's Uwe Ball." I look it up and it is. That motherfucker was introducing the movie as himself, like Alfred Hitchcock. I'm like, that's so bad. It was so bad. They had like all these like German children talk about like the Holocaust, and they didn't know anything about the Holocaust.
Like,
So bad.
I know, but like Uwe Ball's so bizarre. I remember my dad watched the Blood Rain movie, because my dad my dad likes vampires and vampire movies.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you like this one?
He didn't. Long story short, he didn't. And I remember when he watched Blood Rain and he sat down and he watched it, like, this is the biggest piece of shit that I've seen.
These whole movies are like the ultimate like dad material, you know, you think.
You know, there's something about Uwe Ball's mark. Like, for example, like, everybody shits on Michael Bay, but the thing about Michael Bay is that he knows his audience. And he's like, I make movies for people that love violent movies. You know, the explosions, car chases, you know, guns, you know, big special effects. You know,
When I refer myself burning down an orphanage, I'm like a monster or something.
but like Uwe Ball not only doesn't understand who his audience is, but he has not garnered an audience.
Which is very strange because he makes movies on like very successful material.
Yeah, like you'd figure like, hey, House of the Dead. Oh, video game and zombie fans are gonna like this movie.
They get marketing. These aren't like low movies that fly under the radar. No, they get marketing.
Yeah, like when Uwe Ball first started, his movies actually like got in theaters. They were marketed very heavily. They were, oh shit, it's Cletus. I hate this boss fight. I hate it when he throws me. At the same time, it's like, you know.
This is the only form of love I have.
Yeah, it's... Jesus Christ, Otis, I'm in the middle of literally a gunfight. He's easy when you're upgraded all the way. He's not easy when you're starting out. Don't cut me off like that. It's rude. Anyway, here's what I was saying. Somebody was barricaded the woman's clothing shop in El Fresco Plaza. For the looks of it, two people were hiding inside. Wow, thanks, Otis!
I'm so glad I didn't even know that.
I'm so glad that I could get shot at and eaten by zombies while you tell me this. And now my cat is trying to get my attention.
Stand on it.
Like, my cat's standing on my chest. It's like, come on, I'm trying to play this game.
Like, you're like lying down and like, just like hunched over at the same time.
No, yeah, like I'm on my couch.
You're gonna get the scoliosis.
Probably. I got a good chiropractor. It's fine. Jesus Christ, I'm getting wrecked. Okay, so my cat found a comfy spot. She's just gonna sit on my chest while I guess I play games. Oh shit, yes, wine. Now I can get drunk while fighting Cletus.
Oh god, now there's two of them. I just shit bitch. There's no good movies coming out anymore, are there?
No, Cameron, it's kind of the apocalypse.
Well, I swear to God, I will risk my life to go see Monkey vs. Lizard.
I do know that that M. Night Shyamalan's got like a new movie coming out. It's called like.
Say it. Go ahead.
It's called like Old. Apparently, it's about like a group of people that go to a beach and they like rapidly age or something.
Sounds horrible.
No, it sounds. It's got an interesting thing to it. So I'm like, hey, you know. Check it out.
Can I say the internet has like ruined monkeys? Kind of an off-topic thing, the internet has like ruined monkeys.
You think so?
Yeah, I can't go anywhere other people going, ooh, monkey.
Regret.
Regret. But hey, I guess that means the monkey subgenre of film has gone up again.
Yeah, I mean, the Planet of the Apes movies have been like really popular.
Yeah, well, those are like good movies.
No, they all are pretty good.
Not sure. If you don't have Charlton Heston kissing a monkey, then it's not good.
We say monkey, but they're apes.
Monkey? No, only monkey exists. Only monkey.
Truck, not monkey. The only people that would get that are either like really diehard Transformers fans or like morons like me.
Yeah, there's only like 2 Transformers fans left.
Because like, basically anyone that watches in the early 90s when Transformers was kind of becoming a dying brand, they revitalized it by introducing Beast Wars, which is basically like, oh, it's Transformers, but they turn into animals now. And there was a bit of a backlash from fans, and they would literally go, because they didn't like the idea of Optimus being a gorilla instead of a truck, so they would literally go like, you know, oh, truck, not monkey.
So wait, what do they transform from? Like they transform from like something to like an ape. What do they transform from?
A robot to an animal.
That makes no goddamn sense.
What are you talking about?
Well, then again, the original series is about robots that turn into cars, so that doesn't make much sense anyways. But at least they're both like mechanics.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. That's why I never watched Transformers.
I mean, it makes sense for them to turn into cars and all that.
That's what I just said.
Because they blend in with whatever planet they go to.
They go to like a monkey planet or something?
I mean, yeah. Now, granted, there actually were like animal Transformers like way before Beast Wars was a thing. It's just that they always looked robotic. The whole thing about Beast Wars is that when they turned into animals, they actually looked like those animals. That was the whole gimmick.
Yeah. I've never liked Transformers, never. Even as a kid.
Dude, Transformers has been my shit since I was a kid.
Yeah. I remember like one SpongeBob DVD I had like, I think it was... Which one was it? I can't remember which one it was, but it had like a really kick-ass theme song. I forgot what it was.
Damn, mister!
Now, the Transformers movies from the 80s was really good.
The only reason why I would like to watch the first Transformers movie is because Orson Welles is in it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. I don't care about any other movie.
Also, to be fair, that movie, the movie has like a pretty kick-ass soundtrack too.
Oh, I guess I have to watch it.
One thing about that movie is that there's like no silence. But
This is always sound.
like no, like someone brought up that like, oh yeah, every frame of this movie has music accompanying it. And I never noticed that until recently, and now I'm like, man, I might have to rewatch the Transformers movie again. Which my wife.
So does that mean when they do different songs, is it just like really jarring, or is it actually like dynamic?
It's pretty dynamic, like it's really smooth.
Oh, that's admirable. I might watch it just for that.
Like, I will admit, the Transformers movie from the 80s arguably has one of the best soundtracks of any, like, 80s movie. Like, no fucking joke. Like, I'm being completely serious when I say that.
Yeah, well, Transformers always had a pretty good soundtrack from what I've been told.
Perfect.
But, let's see here, cause like, I mean, not only that, like I said, like for a movie that's literally just designed as like a giant like movie-length commercial for toys, it does like it actually had like really big names attached to it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially later on.
Yeah, I mean like Orson Welles alone, and then you had Leonard Nimoy as Galvatron. Yeah, and of course, like, back then they weren't as big as they are now, but, like, back then you had, like, Peter Cullen and Frank Welker, both in it, with Peter Cullen as, Optimus Prime, and, Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime and Frank Welker as Megatron, along with a couple other characters. By the way, I'm not gonna try and save as many survivors as possible. I'm just kind of doing this as like a fairly straightforward playthrough. Like, I'll save whichever ones I come across, but like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to save that many survivors. I know that's kind of like blasphemy to a lot of Dead Rising fans, but like, oh well.
They all died anyway. Nice. Impressive.
So if Brittany Venti burps, everyone says it's hot, but when I do it, no one cares.
Yeah.
I want validation.
Who the fuck is Brittany, whoever you say?
Brittany Venti, she's some weird ass streamer. She's bizarre. Like, I can't tell if her whole thing's an act or not anymore.
That seems to be the common trend with a lot of these kind of streamers.
Right. I think she's like, I think she like said some like negative things and is now like getting canceled. I'm not sure.
Ruh-roh.
But no, going back to Transformers and more happy topics. I'll never forget when the first Transformers movie came out. Like, not the one from the 80s, the live action one.
Yes.
I was 14. I was 13 or 14 at the time. I remember I was really excited. I was like, "Oh, I used to love Transformers as a kid. This is gonna look really, this is gonna be really cool." And then I saw it. I was like, "Well, that was okay." And then I saw this. And then I saw the second one. I was like, "This is dog shit." I remember I do sort of like the third one. The third one actually is pretty decent because it has a lot of callbacks to the original cartoon, such as they bring Leonard Nimoy back to play a different character. Yeah, he plays Sentinel Prime in Dark of the Moon, which, yeah. In the fourth movie, they actually brought Frank Welker back to play Galvatron because they couldn't get Hugo Weaving to be Megatron anymore. And then in the fifth movie, somehow Galvatron goes back to being Megatron. He's voiced by Frank Welker still.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because like the thing about the thing about Transformers lore is that it's basically like always changing. So I would argue it's non-existent. But two is that usually, and this is just a marketing tactic, the series always starts out with Megatron being the main bad guy, right? Something always happens that causes Megatron to be transformed into a bigger, badder, more powerful version of himself named Galvatron. And that's sort of it. Because like in the first movie, Megatron gets the living shit kicked out of him and gets dumped into outer space. And then Unicron, played by Orson Welles, a giant planet-sized transformer, finds Megatron and he turns Megatron into Galvatron. Now, Galvatron was voiced by Leonard Nimoy, despite Megatron being voiced by Frank Welker. However,
argument can be made of two different characters, but can the argument be made of that they are two different characters?
I mean, I guess you can make that argument. I know that they made a joke about that in season 3 of the original Transformers cartoon. Because they were talking about, like, oh man, things were so much better for us Decepticons when Megatron was in charge. Hey, Galvatron wasn't that bad of a leader either. Yeah, they were the same guy. Doesn't count. So it's like, yeah, okay. What was weird is when they brought Galvatron back for seasons 3 and 4 of the Transformers, he obviously wasn't voiced by Leonard Nimoy anymore. He was voiced again by Frank Welker, who sounds completely different from Leonard Nimoy. This guy is running. Shit! Stop shooting me!
Beat him up. Just kill him.
Oh shit! I just blew up his head. Did you see that?
No.
Oh.
I saw it now. It was pretty cool.
But no. So the thing is, usually when Megatron becomes Galvatron, usually he doesn't turn back.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, in the live-action movies, he becomes Galvatron in the 4th movie, and then in the 5th movie, he's back to being Megatron. How does that work?
I don't know. I can't tie my shoes. I don't know. I'm be expecting to answer this. Good response.
The fact that they got a Weird Al song to be in the original Transformers movie is very badass.
Oh my god. Is there anything Weird Al won't do?
I will say though, there's one thing that makes me mad about that movie is that there are a lot of characters with speech gimmicks. I really don't like that.
We have to make our characters sound different.
Well, like for example, they got the guy that did the old Matchbox commercials who like can talk really, really fast to be a character named Blur. His whole deal is he's really, really fast. Yeah, so he talks fast. So like he shows up, he's like, "Hi, my name is Blur. I'm a completely disposable character. I'm here to sell toys. Yeah!" It's like, Jesus Christ, stop it. And then they bring in Wheelie, and his whole gimmick is that he speaks in rhyme.
Oh, that's really annoying.
Yeah, and it's not even good rhymes. It's sometimes it's rhymes that don't even like that don't even make sense from like a language perspective. Like there's a part of the movie where some of the characters like, we need to find a spaceship to get back to Cybertron. Like, we need a spaceship. Where can we find one? And then this fucking little piece of shit shows up, and he's like, "Keep stare over there." And it's like, what the fuck does keep stare mean? What the fuck does that mean? That's not
staring over there. I get it.
Yeah, but he's like, "Keep stare over there."
English.
Right. And then when he finally introduces himself and like the Dinobots are like, "Oh, is this guy a friend or foe?" And he's like, "You know, I'm fine. Look behind." And it's like, what the fuck does that mean? They don't even look behind them. They're just like, "Oh, that must mean he's a friend."
What? That makes no sense.
The only rhyme that makes sense is Wheelie say, "We're on our way."
Is that his only catchphrase?
No. Luckily, he actually doesn't talk too much in the movie.
Good.
But the ones that really get on my nerves are the Junkions.
Oh god, what are the Junkions?
They're a race of Transformers that live on the planet Junk. Really creative name. Mm-hmm. And they speak in TV and movie quotes, but it's usually like really out of context.
So they just barely work as like actual dialogue.
Yeah, right. So like, for example, if you ask so like, for example, if you ask them a question but they don't know the answer to it, you're like, "Oh, hey." Well, no, they'll be like, "Hey, do you know how to get to this planet? I'm trying to get there," and they'll just be like, "This story is currently in development. More news at 11."
What?
And that's basically their way of saying, "I don't know."
That's like something a child would say.
Right, and like I remember
trying to market toys to them.
I remember my wife and I were watching the movie, and we got to the Junkions, and they started like spewing all these like TV references and all this shit, and my wife's like, "These are literally the most annoying fucking things that I've ever seen in any animated movie ever." And I was like, "You're not wrong." Like, I had no way to defend it. I was like, "You're not wrong."
Like, do you think children would even get like I don't know what kind of movies they reference, but I assume they reference like all sorts of movies.
It's mostly like commercials, like like when they're flying through space during the big final battle with Orson Welles. I'm not even gonna say Unicron. I'm just saying the Transformers fought a planet-sized Orson Welles. And he's just like, "Nah, Parmesan."
So they just fought Orson Welles then.
Yeah. So, yeah, they fought a big drunken Orson Welles in outer space. But when the Junkions are flying a spaceship to Unicron, yeah, one of the characters is just like, you know, hey, is this ship gonna hold? I mean, it's kind of rocketing. And they're just like, satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back! It's like, what the...
That was kind of funny.
It's like, God, stop.
Did they deliver the line like that?
Yeah, like they're literally like trying to keep the spaceship together, and they're like, your satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back, and then they just ram the fucking ship through like Unicron's eyeball. It's like, Jesus Christ.
No.
And like, yeah, fucking Orson Welles is like,
Gonna
oh!
be said, huh?
The old coot's not dumb.
Oh, yes,
He wants us to call for help first. We gotta ride out or what?
Keep in mind, that was the final Orson Welles movie before he died.
He won't be missed.
The signal's being
by,
blocked.
He'll probably be for like
I can't
30
even
people.
contact HQ on the emergency.
I mean, he's still considered like one of the greatest
So,
like
if we wanna get
minds of
our
all
hands on
time.
Barney,
I just ordered the
secure
Blu-ray
reality
version of
ourselves.
Citizen Kane not too long ago.
Alright.
Yeah.
We gotta deal with the
It's been like 10 years. I want to say it's been almost 10 years. It's been almost 10 years since I've seen Citizen Kane.
It's so funny.
There's a
He has never
helicopter
directed
coming.
a successful movie in his life.
3 days.
Yeah, but like most of the movies that he did direct, like would end up becoming hits
It's my
afterwards.
ride.
It's weird.
Yeah, but
'Cause,
I
like,
don't think he
is your
lived
ride
long enough to see
reliable?
that.
No, he did.
Absolutely. That's
Oh,
how
you
I
were
plan on
Citizen
getting
Kane,
out of
yeah,
here.
for Citizen Kane.
Yeah, Citizen Kane. He lived long
Alright
enough to
then.
see that like completely
I'll see
turn
to it that
around.
The DHS picks up the charter fee.
Still died
Can we
poor.
take Dr. Barnaby as well?
Yeah, he was in a lot of debt
long
when
as
he
you tell me
died
what's
because
going
he you know
Okay.
drank all the time
tell you
and
what you wanna
drank
know.
himself into debt.
Later. We have more pressing business.
The French champagne,
Days. We'll need supplies.
parmesan.
Water, blankets and the like.
Orson,
We'll
you're
get
supposed
Dr.
to
Barnaby
take
here
drinks every
tomorrow morning.
single day.
Monitors.
I was Unicron. Fear me.
It's so sad, like, I want to own a lot of the Orson Welles movies. And most of them are on Criterion, except for Citizen Kane, which was actually the first Criterion they made. Too bad they lost the rights to that.
I was gonna say, what happened to the rights to Citizen Kane?
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, this was like back in like the 80s, so.
Huh. I was about to say, like, I'm kind of surprised because, like,
Back when they had Laserdisc Criterions.
huh.
That and like the original King Kong, the first two Criterion movies.
Like, I just think it's so bizarre that, like, yeah, they wouldn't try to get the rights back to Citizen Kane because that's a big deal.
Eh. But we can buy them like on Blu-ray and it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like,
Rubber-
yeah, like, so somebody like mentioned that, like, you know, okay, actually, I'm gonna change the topic back. I mean, we're gonna talk about Criterion a little bit. The idea that the War of the Worlds from 1953 just got a Criterion release this like last year. I was so happy when I heard that.
And it wasn't even that good.
What are you talking about?
I haven't seen it yet.
The 1953 War of the Worlds is a really good movie. It's a shit adaptation of the book, but it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Which to be
They've done a lot of like older, more low-key American movies. You know, what was British?
no, the 1953 movie's American, and it's not low key. That movie's actually a pretty big hit when it came out.
Well, I'm talking about like in a modern mindset.
It still references. What's really weird is that like sound effects from that movie are still used to this day.
Oh god.
It's really like particularly the sound of the heat ray that the Martians use. That for some reason that sound effect is still used a lot to this day. I mean, it's a cool sound, but still.
I'll make sure to play it at my wedding.
Yeah. But yeah,
Can't
like
wait
there's
Can't
only.
wait Can't wait for when Criterion releases the Orson Welles collection. We got Citizen Kane, we got Lady from Shanghai, we got F for Fake, And the Transformers movie.
Right. Where's my Transformers Blu-ray? Because I know they just released the 30th anniversary Blu-ray not too long ago.
Oh shit. All two people cared.
Yeah, me and my wife. And my wife doesn't even like Transformers. She knows I like it, and that's why she tolerates it.
It's always the best.
Oh shit! I gotta take out the convicts there in the truck.
They don't. They're just having fun. Boys want to have fun. They're being murdered like 3 people. Like get copyright.
Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot that this song copyrighted.
All of my Dead Rising 3 is copyright struck.
Damn.
That's fun. So funny. It's funny though. Is Life even a big fan?
Yeah, I think so.
I've never heard them outside of this song. The song they did for
I will say that like Cell Dweller, they did like some songs for Dead Rising 2. Like, oh my god. Dead Rising 2, I actually argue would have the best. It has the best soundtrack of all the Dead Rising games. That's just my opinion, though. Oh hey, a king salmon.
One of the best weapons in the game. Don't believe me?
Oh boy!
I remember you told me once. I think you joked about this. We were talking about like, James Bond or something. You're like, James Bond never going to get a Criterion release? I think you joked about that once. You made fun of me. Do you want to know what happened in the 90s?
What?
They had the first 3 Bond movies on Criterion.
No! I still argue that I want to see The Room get a Criterion.
It's historically important. It really is. But Tommy just won't let it happen.
I know. Like, we gotta find Tommy and be like...
He doesn't release it, then it's not true.
Like, by the way, did I tell you I bought a Blu-ray copy of The Room recently?
What of what copy?
I bought a Blu-ray copy of The Room.
That movie's made for DVD. What are you talking about?
I have it on DVD. I have it on DVD. I haven't watched the Blu-ray yet. By the way, the Blu-ray is it has like a misspelling on the back, or a grammatical error of some sort. I don't have it on me right now. It's upstairs. So I would have to like see if I know there's a grammatical error.
Grammatical error. No.
Oh, I think it's like your will experience high definition quality or something like that.
Are there any like special features on the Blu-ray that aren't on the DVD?
I'm not sure. I'd have to compare the two.
Yeah.
I'm half tempted. I'm half tempted to literally get up midstream and look out, but at the same time I don't wanna. But I'm probably I might watch The Room tonight. Fuck, I'm off work tonight. You know. So I might legitimately go watch The Room.
Dude, I can watch it with you. I have a copy of the Blu-ray.
Oh shit! We can totally sync this shit up. It's awesome.
The Room is only watched properly if you watch it with someone else. If you're watching it alone, you're watching it alone.
I don't know. I've watched it alone a couple times. But I still enjoy it.
Yeah, but you end up getting drunk.
That's true. No, I want to start a petition to get a Criterion release of The Room.
Yeah, after they do, we'll do it after they do Waterboy. We'll do it after they do that.
Follow me!
But still, I think Tommy's just too stingy with his rights. Like, if I don't get 100% of the cut, then I'm not doing it. I think that's his whole deal.
Yeah, but like, apparently there are rumors that he's gonna try and release a 4K remastering. Like,
great! Finally, I can start collecting 4K Blu-ray.
Yeah, because he's like, yeah, I want to do like a 4K release in like 2023 or something.
Oh my god!
And to celebrate like the 20th anniversary of The Room.
Oh, that'd actually be a pretty good milestone. That would actually be pretty good.
That's just a rumor that I heard though. I've never seen that on an official, like, Tommy Wiseau fan page or anything.
I think that'd be pretty cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait for the Tommy Wiseau Criterion box set.
Yeah, whenever
All 3 films?
her Big Shark finally gets released.
God, I can't wait. Hopefully it gets released in theaters. Hopefully Tommy has a big enough track record to get that released in theaters.
Hopefully it just gets released. I just want to see it.
Yeah, I just want to see it. I haven't seen Best Friends, that movie that Greg Sestero made.
Isn't that like isn't that movie like The Disaster Artist before The Disaster Artist?
I don't think so.
Like, didn't like he actually put like elements of his real life relationship with Tommy in that movie?
Well, wouldn't you? If you were getting inspiration for a movie, wouldn't you take events from your life if you were Greg Sestero?
I guess. I actually, you know, way before I even watched The Room, I actually own a movie that Greg was in. And I didn't realize it until much later. Yes.
Yeah, good movie. Haven't seen it yet.
It's not good. Greg is supposedly trying to play a
younger version of the main villain or whatever.
like he's supposed to be playing a French character, but like
Is he like French Canadian? No, he's not.
no. Like, okay, here's the thing. Greg cannot do accents. He really can't.
It's funny, in his autobiography it said he could do them perfectly.
but what's really weird, okay, to be fair, Greg is just as weird as Tommy, just in different ways.
He probably won't go out and murder people.
No, probably. But like, okay, like I think Andre Toulon, the character he played, was supposed to be French, but in all the other movies, he's depicted as either being English or German. So for some reason, like, you know, he's playing this French character, and it's just really bad. Like, most people that do a French accent try to go like over the top, but like he just gets really weird. He's like, "Hello, I am Andre Toulon. And Andre Toulon. Oh, oui, oui, pee. It's just like, okay, whatever you say, buddy. Greg's so weird.
Yeah, so exaggerated. To think if he just didn't go to that one acting class, he would never know Tommy again.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He would have been free.
Tommy still would have made his movie. Who knows, maybe if he didn't meet Greg, he would have casted Mark Damon.
Yeah.
Famous Hollywood actor Mark Damon.
Mark Damon.
Matt Damon.
I know who you're talking about. Because for some reason, like, Tommy couldn't remember who Matt Damon was. It's not like Matt Damon just got off the Bourne Identity and Good Will Hunting, you know?
Rabid Dog 7, oh no. He went gaming. With the glass ceiling shattered, all the impressed groups will rise up, include the most impressed gamers.
Oh no, not Wings of Redemption.
Is he streaming? He's an impressed group.
Wings of Redemption is an amazing person simply because his story of sadness and pain is like so interesting.
That video of him just explaining everything that's wrong with his life is like one of my favorite videos on YouTube.
Which one? There's like 80. There's like 80 where he just like constantly complains about how everything in the universe is out to get him.
I don't know if I'll have school tomorrow. I don't know if the roads will still be frozen over.
Ah, dude, like, it was like almost impossible for me to get to work.
Yeah. Someone tried to die.
Like, I almost like fucking wrecked twice trying to get to work.
Damn. He's like, I gotta make it $12 an hour.
I make 14, thank you.
I have to see my favorite coworker.
Which one?
You know which one.
Sure, I guess.
Fat corn. I don't know if I can say that. I don't think we're allowed to fat shame on YouTube.
Yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool to fat shame.
No, your mom got him.
But it is cool to make fun of Wings Redemption because he's an asshole.
I know you can make fun of people like that if they're an asshole.
I mean, Wings Redemption kind of brings it all on himself, really. Because, like, people have tried to help him, and he, like, manipulates people, like, non-fucking stop. You know, and he's always e-begging and shit, and he's like, this is my life. You know, I can't do anything because of my life. I can't get a job because of streaming. And, like, that's bullshit, because, like... Because like, there are plenty... You know, I mean, who really cares about some YouTuber? You know? Like, there's no way... Like, I didn't even know who Wings of Redemption was until 2 years ago. And there are people like, oh yeah, if you didn't know who Wings was, where were you, under a rock? No! I just didn't care. You know, so his whole thing, like, I can't get a job because of my streaming, is like, that's horseshit.
He claims the only way he could make money is through streaming.
He just doesn't want to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple as that. He doesn't want to work. Uh-oh, there's a zombie crawling at me. Time to mow the lawn! I got the lawnmower.
You pick up the lawnmower and you use it like that?
No, I'm just running them over with it.
Oh.
No! You know, it's really weird. I need to check out some Dead Rising mods, because, like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone really mod this game all that much.
And there are mods and stuff, but, you know, there aren't that many. Like, there's some mods that add in, like deleted weapons, like a laser gun and, like, hand grenades and stuff. I think there's some texture mods.
Are there any mods where I could play as Duke Nukem?
No.
Hey, baby, time to take on these zombies. Nailed it. I'm gonna be the next Duke Nukem.
Watch out, John St. John, you little bitch. Come for you.
I like how Jason, like, the other day was going on and on about how, like, John St. John is this great, amazing actor or something.
Because he texted him once, because they had an exchange once.
It's like, okay. Wait, Jason messaged John St. John?
Yeah, like, he texted him, asking him, like, is there ever gonna be another Duke Nukem movie? Like, John St. John would know if a new Duke Nukem game is coming out. Did I say movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, game, sorry. Well, I'm pretty sure John St. John was the last person to know if there's another Duke Nukem game.
Yeah, like...
Just the actor, and they can just replace him.
Oh, I forgot, you get...
Duke Nukem.
Yeah, they can. They replace Snake.
Yeah, they replace Snake, they replace Postal Dude, they replace a lot of people.
They replaced Leon S. Kennedy, like, what, 5 times?
They all sound the same.
I know, right? That's the... I was just thinking about that! I was like, that's the weird part. They all sound the same, but they're all different people.
They have, like, a production line of different people to play their characters.
Do you know that one of the Red Rangers from Power Rangers played Leon?
Oh my god.
I know it's not that big of a deal, but still.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, like, I keep hearing that they're gonna, like, reboot Power Rangers again, like, with, like, some, like, dark live action movie. Like, oh my god, who cares?
Aren't these shows made for children?
I know they said they wanted to make an American Ultraman movie, and I'm like, it's not gonna work.
That joke will not work.
No. And, I know that...
Ultraman.
Wait, what?
I was gonna say, like, Pacific Rim is Ultraman, I was like, that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, there are people who've said that, like, Pacific Rim basically is the American Ultraman. I'm like, no, it's really not.
Ultraman would probably carry over well. It's a pretty universal concept.
I know Marvel Comics is doing, like, their own adaptation of Ultraman. They're introducing Ultraman into the Marvel Universe.
No, please, no.
Not the MCU. Oh. I'm talking just the comics.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not even sure if the comics take place in, like, the main universe. Like, I don't know if they take place in 616.
Where's my Jet Jaguar Ultraman crossover, Japan?
I know that, like, I know that there are rumors, like, there's so many weird rumors about Kong, like, Godzilla versus Kong, one of them being that, like, at the end of the movie, which this is not going to happen. I can tell you right now, this will not happen. One of the rumors is that, like, there's going to be a post-credit scenes that's going to go into outer space, and it's going to show, it's going to show, like, it's going to show, like, Ultraman flying towards Earth.
So fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's
they're,
like, no, it's...
they're already making a new Ultraman movie, like, in Japan, like, Shin Ultraman.
Yeah. I think it's been rumored for a while.
Oh, no, it's confirmed.
Oh, it's confirmed?
Yeah, same guys who did, Shin Godzilla.
So what, Ultraman's gonna be like, is this like gonna be like a dark take on Ultraman?
I don't know.
Ultraman's gonna be like some bleeding corpse zombie monster?
I'm like 95% sure this is confirmed, so I keep seeing like stills and stuff, so I'm like, this has to be true. Yeah, I'm too lazy to fact check.
So I want to point out that I tried to save these two survivors that are barricaded in the Alfresco Plaza, right?
Like Bird and the other man.
Yeah, and I want to point out that I ripped through their barricade. I ripped through their barricade using a chainsaw. Yeah, I was just saying. I was just thinking, like, I was thinking from their point of view, where it's like it's just Frank going, "I'm here to save you."
Why are you only wearing underwear and have like lead pipes?
I'm the hero. God, and you gotta beat Bert until he like stops trying to attack you.
Don't kill him. You're gonna kill him.
I might
You're gonna accidentally make him defect.
Okay, now I give him some coffee creamer to heal his wounds.
Okay.
But
I can't. I'm not gonna finish my sentence.
nah, like I hope Shin Ultraman is a thing. That'd be cool.
I think I remember seeing it like on Letterboxd, and I went back to look at it. Like, not on Letterboxd. I went back a minute to check, and I'm pretty sure it's happening. I'm pretty sure. Then we'll finally get Ultraman versus Godzilla.
Yeah, but what would be like the whole? I want to know what the spin on it is. You know, like why is it Shin Ultraman? Like, is it
Shin Ultraman?
No, I know that, but I'm saying like, is it gonna be in like the same line as like Shin Godzilla, where it'll be like really dark and depressing?
We're getting the same team from Shin Godzilla, so you know, like, there's that fucker who did Evangelion.
I remember.
Yeah, well, we're getting him. We're getting him and his whole writer team back, I guess. So it's gonna be like Shin Godzilla. Who knows? Maybe it'll be something totally different, and he'll like poop his pants. I don't know. Who knows?
But yeah, like I remember like some of my friends like, oh, did you see the rumor that like Ultraman's gonna show up at the end of Godzilla vs. Kong flying towards Earth? Like, it's not gonna happen. And then there was another rumor that, yeah, and then there was another rumor that like Gamera is gonna show up.
We need a Gamera movie.
We do. We need a new Gamera. I know they said they're working on a Gamera movie, and I think it just got canceled.
No, we need Giant Turtle.
Because for some reason, like Gamera has always had like a shit production history for some reason in comparison to like Godzilla. Like there's always
not Godzilla, so well for a little bit he was.
Yeah, like there was a point where Gamera was really popular, but I feel like it's kind of like waned now.
All three movies. Those three Heisei movies were so good. They're better than anything Godzilla was doing in the Heisei era.
That's not true. Come on, the Heisei era of Godzilla is fucking awesome.
You named one good movie that isn't Return of Godzilla.
Godzilla vs. Biollante, Godzilla vs. Destroya, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah.
That's the Millennium series, isn't it?
No!
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm being fucking stupid. I'm stupid.
The Millennium series, I'd argue, has like some of the worst Godzilla movies.
Yeah, Godzilla again. Godzilla Millennium was pretty good.
What's Godzilla Millennium?
It's the other reboot to Godzilla.
There is no movie called Godzilla Millennium, you fucking stoop.
I have it right in front of me. I'm looking right at it.
No, what are you talking about?
Godzilla 2000 Millennium.
It's not called 2000 Millennium, it's just called 2000, you stoop.
No, there's a Millennium subtitle on it.
No, there's not!
Oh, get up. Where is it?
Where is it as I hear you rummaging through trash?
Follow me! Come on!
Let's change the subject. I'm not wrong.
Oh yeah, okay. Because you know I'm right. Okay, Jason.
Over there!
Yeah, where's the other guy? Aaron, no.
Let me double check. Hold on. I swear to God. I swear to God, there's a Godzilla called Godzilla Millennium. I'm not crazy. How far is it to snap the DVD? Stupid movie.
Stupid movie, you proved me wrong.
Gotcha.
There's no music in my game. What happened to it?
It's turning into what game you playing?
Playing Call of Duty World War II.
Oh no, it's Call of Duty World War II.exe. When the music stops, that means the demons are coming.
No music. What's wrong? I'm not playing this shit game anymore. I really don't want to play it.
You don't want to play Call of Duty World War II.exe?
No. And then Soldier 2 came with hyper-realistic blood. Spitting everywhere.
I hate that description when they're like, hyper-realistic. Oh, how the fuck do you get more realistic than just real?
And how do you get hyper-realistic blood on like a Sega Genesis?
Yeah, right?
Come on!
Yeah.
I hate creepypastas, but I also really hate people that believe creepypastas.
We're talking about the SCP Foundation's real. That's not a creepypasta.
Okay, to be fair, I don't hate creepypastas. I want to reiterate that. I don't hate creepypastas. I just hate the really dumb ones that are all really like derivative. Yeah, like I hate all the lost episode creepypastas or the, forgotten video game.
Until 12 o'clock and my screen turned to static while I was watching Cartoon Network. There's an episode of Billy and Mandy where Billy went to college and died.
How did I not know where this was going?
Everyone was sad. I called the producers and they said, "Oh no, it's back."
I told to the producers, but the producers only spoke back to me in some ancient Sumerian language.
That was all a dream. It wasn't real.
I woke up, it was all a dream, but then I looked down at my feet and I saw a dog eating my feet. The dog spoke like Billy from Billy and Mandy. What do you think is the worst weapon in Dead Rising?
The Mega Blaster, not the good one, the bad one.
I was gonna say the boomerang's pretty shit.
Boomerang's awesome.
You said that, and I literally threw it and it hit a wall and just fell.
Maybe you don't throw it at a wall, you throw it away from walls.
Well, like, I threw it away from a wall, but then it turned and it hit a wall.
I watched the Princess Bride today. I forgot how good that movie is.
That's a good movie.
Follow me!
Did you know that Andre the Giant once ripped a 16-second long fart on set of that film? And when it was all over, the director just said, "You okay?" And he's like, "I am now, boss."
I am now, boss.
I don't think so.
Love Andre, he left us too soon.
It's true. I love how, like, there are horror stories about his farts and diarrhea and all that. Like, apparently he was rehearsing a wrestling match with some guy and he like sat on him and then he accidentally diarrheaed all over him.
That's not true.
No, it is. Look that up.
That's not true.
Look that up.
do that. He's
Look up Andre the... No, he didn't do it on purpose. But apparently Andre the Giant also used to be able to drink like 150 beers in one sitting.
Well, he's massive. Of course he could.
I'm like, what a man.
It'd be ironic if he was a lightweight.
I know, right?
Very nice man, though. But even when he wasn't around in my lifetime.
Andre!
Come on! Follow me!
I gotta get the Criterion for the Princess Bride.
I gotta get the Criterion of Dead Rising. When is Criterion gonna finally start doing video games?
It's like something Jason would say.
Yeah, that is something Jason would say.
Oh, I found the car keys.
Time to
scratch my butt with.
Give me a hand.
Oh boy, car keys! I'm gonna flush these down the toilet.
What gives?
Drive? You hear Jason's like not getting his license.
Yeah, I wonder what changed.
Together.
Probably the joke I made about him.
No, didn't he say like he wasn't gonna do it because there's a written test?
Yeah, I forgot you couldn't read or write.
Even though the written test is like super easy.
Yeah, it's easy. I may have failed 6 times. That's because I was studying the wrong thing. And not because I was really stupid. I'm dreading having to do the fucking online course to get my license. It's so stupid.
See, here's the thing. I passed a written test on my first try, but my driving test I failed twice and then I got it.
So you went into the metro.
Yeah. I held my driving instructor hostage. I'm like, you give me this fucking license.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
When I do my like actual driving, they have like a wheel on their side and like gas and brake pedal. They can take control at any time. They don't trust me.
See, I disabled that. Also, I was one of the guys that like when you tested, you brought your own car.
Oh really?
Yeah, because we didn't have it at my school. We just had it. But, you know, you just got it on your own.
Yeah. Like I had to go to like a special like driving academy for my stuff. It's like the easiest way to do it, so I'm not complaining.
Right.
I'm finally going to the fucking metro.
I can't believe Jason's not gonna get his driving lessons. That's bullshit. Like I was so proud of him and everything, and now
No, so was I. I'm so proud of him.
I'm so proud, and now he's like, no, there's words. I hate words. It's not even that hard. It's just gonna ask like, what do you do at a stop sign? You fucking stop.
Go faster.
Go faster. You know, like, what do you do? What do you do at a 4-way intersection? You wait. Whoever gets there first goes first.
I'm always right there. I always go first.
You know, how do you do a 3-point turn? Not that hard. I run him over, go forward, run him back over again.
And the cycle repeats.
Like, I really hope his mom gets on him. Like, I really hope his mom's like, no, you're getting these driving lessons.
She's 20, she hasn't said anything. You think she's gonna say anything now? Very true, you idiot.
I tried to stream Resident Evil 2 earlier and I couldn't.
Why?
Because apparently for some reason the whole fucking game is like one block scene.
I think that's like a glitch that happened with me for like Far Cry 3 once.
Like I couldn't do the beginning of the game. I couldn't do anything. I was like, fuck.
And so the guy eating a realistic cheeseburger?
That does look like a good cheeseburger though.
Hyper-realistic cheeseburger?
I will say that like graphic-wise, Resident Evil went from being like a joke to actually being like legitimately good graphic-wise.
Yeah.
Especially with Resident Evil 7.
All the Resident Evil games still look good. Even not the first one.
I don't know, because even like Code Veronica X had like updated graphics at the time.
Yeah, that's like a write-off game, and that game sucks.
Well, don't tell that to Jason.
Wait, mate.
It's the best one.
Ouch! Oh my god, what a great Jason player.
I was half tempted to invite him to the stream.
Don't. Never.
Why? But why not?
You know the evil he's done.
Why have you done this to me?
How have you done this to me? No, listen, I'll give you a deal. Don't kill you. Now I'm playing Friday 13.
Oh, you're playing Friday?
Yeah. This game is still fun as hell.
We gotta get Tyler to download that fucking game.
You probably have it downloaded. Come on, Jason, come get me.
I guess we'll play it tonight.
I don't know if I have school tomorrow. I don't fucking stay up late.
You better.
It was so funny. I went to bed early last night. And I was like, I'm gonna go to bed early and be ready, rejuvenated for the day ahead because I haven't been getting much sleep. I wake up and I'm like, I feel totally refreshed. My dad comes downstairs. Hey, you have no school today. I'm like, well.
I remember I went to sleep after I got off work and I woke up and like I'm still tired. Wait a minute. Why is the convict music playing again?
Because they're back. They come
Wait,
back
what?
every day. They come back every day.
What?
Yeah. I know, it's bullshit shit.
I don't remember that happening in the original game.
Are you playing like Dead Rising.exe?
No.
Where they come back over and over.
Dead Rising. No, I distinctly remember when I played the first game on the Xbox 360 years ago that like once you killed the psychos, that was it, right?
Oh, they come back.
I'm trying to beat to the death with a pipe.
No, what are you doing? No! What's wrong, you asshole? I'm gonna save you. I love how the teenagers that can't just like have like frequency for like Tommy's radio and then Tommy calls the street. He's like, they're killing my friends. Like, how are you friends like,
Who are you?
who are you?
Who are you, sir? Why are you here? Why are you at Camp Crystal Lake? That shit's been abandoned for like 20 years.
That's Friday 13.exe.
Damn, fuck.
Like, watch through the window.
Man. Yeah, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna die. Why is your dog whining?
He wants food. Not time for you to eat yet.
Free Mumford.
No! Once again, if he's too loud, I'll go like, discipline him.
No, he's not loud. I can barely hear him. I just hear like a little whine and something.
It's funny, if you have like call my girlfriend and then he's whining, so they'll have to stick in the room. So it's not about Tommy. No, get out of here. What happened?
I stole the really big gun off of the top of the military jeep while the psychopath was still driving it, and I just blew him away. I didn't think I could do that while he was still moving.
No, no, I have weapons. Leave me alone. There's nothing here but food.
Food, you say?
No. What kind of Orson's back?
I brought my own rotisserie chicken from home. You can enjoy a nice glass of Parmesan with peas and carrots and a crab and some turkey and a chicken, a duck and a lobster and some salmon and some chow mein and some fried rice and some cake and some shrimp inside of a cake and more chicken, a bucket of KFC, a cheeseburger, and a clam.
What the fuck is wrong?
And yes, I mean all of that at the same time.
What are you talking about, Orson?
Yeah, you know. You know.
You know. What do you think I'm talking about? You're just cryptic as fuck. Got a fire poker, that's it.
Orson, can you describe your daily diet? Well, first, I'd like to start out my morning with a pizza and 12 hot dogs and 4 chickens. And then when I go to my midday snack, I eat 7 chickens, a turkey, and a little bit of Parmesan. Follow that up with my usual lunch, which is a clam chowder that is served in a giant bucket with, you know, some turkey legs for stirring. And then finally, for dinner, I'll usually have some clams and a crab. Make that 5 crabs, a lobster, 7 lobsters, a bucket of shrimp, maybe some salmon, a turkey that has a duck stuffed inside it with a chicken stuffed inside the duck. All combined together in some horrible Frankenstein mash, and then I eat it all with some Parmesan. Oh, I'm not done. Before I go to bed, I usually eat 7 gallons of ice cream, followed by 12 chocolate bars, 4 bonbons, and maybe, just maybe, if I'm feeling about it, an entire horse.
I was waiting for you to do something like utterly ridiculous. Everything else was normal.
Normal, but in absurd quantities.
Nope, you're not coming in.
I gotta fight that fucking clown.
Oh, don't tell Jason. He's like, no, he's friendly.
He's friendly. He's a friendo to the ender.
Oh, I fucked up big time. He was flying through the window like a normal human being. The fuse, it's here. Tommy, no, what are you doing?
Tommy was so, no!
Tommy. Oh, we're stuck in the bear trap. No! You son of a bitch! You've done it this time! You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch! I'm Linkara.
The Lightbringer.
The Lightbringer. We totally stole that from fucking Oni and G. He makes fun of Linkara all the time. Just to be fair, I don't know if you've ever actually read the Lightbringer comic, but it's... I read it like a long time ago, and I was like, this is really fucking bad. Like, this is ridiculous levels of bad. My cat is going crazy playing with some cat toys. You know, when I was a kid, Adam was originally a really hard boss, but now that, like, I'm an adult, he's, like, one of the arguably easiest bosses in the whole game.
I'm a child, man. Still beat him, no problem.
Yeah.
Step it up, old man.
Like, I'm just saying that, like, yeah, once you figure out the whole balloon pattern thing.
Or if you're like me and you have, like, the OP weapon, you can just kill him in 3 hits.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're a loser. Not because you're a working adult, I don't have time for video games.
That's also, you also get like the small chainsaw, which is really cool.
Fuck you.
I remember when I was a kid when this game came out, and I totally I totally fucked up this mission really bad.
What, you killed Greg?
No, I killed Adam and then I left. I didn't turn off the roller coaster.
Oh. Well, the game doesn't tell you to turn it off.
I know.
We're getting a new James Bond game at some point.
Oh my god.
can't wait. Finally, it'll be my excuse to buy a PS5. I've been like that. You go to finally make one. You can take your days bought the game.
I just want a PS5.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it right now.
What are you talking about?
People always complain when new consoles come out. They're like, there's nothing to play on the console. Like, well, you bought it on day one. What do you expect?
That is true. That is true.
Like, people complain, but then again, this is kind of remedy because you can play PS4 games on the PS5. Not what's that? Only PS4 games and not PS3 or PS2 or PS1? What? You don't like money? Is that you standing on your cat?
No.
I gotta dust my shelf. I have like a black shelf and I don't like black furniture because it shows dust way too much.
Anyone there?
I'm too lazy to go up and dust it off. Just get like a tan one. That'd be horrible. No. What am I doing?
For some reason, Greg is just standing in the middle of the fucking ball.
You gotta go up to him. You can't be that far away from him. You gotta hold his hand.
Oh. Okay, I gotta pull a Jason. Hold his fucking hand the whole damn time.
I can't wait for all of us to play the forest. We play it, and then we just all just gang up on Jason, like club him.
Right,
like,
I'm just gonna throw a tomahawk at his head.
Why don't you kind of do that? We'll find it. We'll just kill you then.
I'll find a way.
Oh man, I'll find a way.
Shit!
I'll find a way. I know I'm gonna regret giving a survivor a gun, but still.
Dude, they don't do that. They'll like actually kill themselves if they do that. You probably shouldn't give them a gun.
Come on!
Oh well.
Oh, well, looks like Greg's gonna die tonight.
Not Greg.
Damn.
It's one of the Japanese survivors. I think I gave it to Shinji.
Oh, well then. I gotta watch movies even in Japan. If there's anything good about this new King Kong vs. Godzilla movie, it's the fact that that everyone's starting to pay attention to the older Godzilla movies.
There are older Godzilla movies?
There's so many people. They're like, oh, this like King Kong and Godzilla are finally gonna fight for the first time. And I'm here like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
But yeah, like there's so many people who have been like sending me clips because like I'm like the only person in my school who actually knew what older Godzilla was. And they're like, oh, they're gonna defeat King Kong with the Godzilla dropkick. And I'm like, they're telling me something I've seen that like 100 fucking times.
I know that like I know like I had a friend that was talking about like the Godzilla Kong movies, and he's like, man, you know, this whole idea is so stupid. I'm like, well, I mean, it's been done before, and it was really popular.
The third most financially successful Godzilla movie.
And he was like, what are you talking about done before? I was like, this has been done before. They've done King Kong vs. Godzilla. It was one of the original Godzilla movies. And he's like, what are you talking about? Godzilla came out in 2014. And I was like, wait, do you only know of the legendary Godzilla movies? And he's like, yeah, aka the only Godzilla movie? What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, I was like, are you not aware that Godzilla's been like a big Japanese franchise for like almost like what, like 60, 70 years? And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so I showed him clips of like all these older Godzilla movies, and he's like, what the fuck am I looking at? Like some bizarre parallel universe where the Japanese made Godzilla? Like, no, the Japanese did make Godzilla. He's a Japanese character. What the fuck are you going on about? And he's like, what the fuck are you going on about?
Over there!
I've literally never heard of this before. And he's like, okay, but you gotta admit, it is weird that they're getting like King Kong. No, because they've done Godzilla vs. King Kong before. And he's like, yeah, but I mean, like, you know, they just got some random movie from 2005 and made it like a fucking, like, you know, like, wait, 2005, are you implying that you only know of the Peter Jackson King Kong movies? And he's like, there's more. I had to show him like the old 1930s King Kong and the 70s King Kong. He was like, what the fuck? Oh, this guy just gonna die. Ah, shit. One just died. Accidentally killed him. Got in the way of the chainsaw.
Oh, I'll be right back. I gotta go pee. Gotta go wee.
Shit, come on, Shinji. Shinji, get in the robot. Shit. Come on. Suck at aiming at this game.
Follow me!
It's me, Ryan from Racing with Ryan. Tyler's favorite game.
Right. Shit. Oh, shit. I lost one of the survivors, but I still got Greg and Shinji. Shinji did not get in the giant robot, so... Yeah. Evangelion reference.
Huh? Oh, I haven't watched Evangelion.
What?
Despite me losing my mind. Despite me losing my mind over it.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I've never seen Evangelion.
I thought you've already seen it.
No, never. I just lose my mind over the Netflix license or whatever. I need to, though. I just don't feel right pirating it, even though it's the only way I can watch the original. What's that? You want me to go on a rant about the Evangelion Netflix movies and stuff? Okay,
no.
Here we go.
No!
So they keep making Evangelion movies. Like, oh, you guys, you just pirate Evangelion movies and we'll keep making more. Just like, no.
No.
So I was watching like YMS go through his Blu-ray collection. He got the TV shows, and he had the Blu-ray of Death Note, but the one he had also came with like the 2 live-action movies.
There are 4 Japanese live-action movies?
Well, it came with 2 of them. Is that like still in print? 'Cause I would like to get my hands on that.
Maybe. I know you can get the live-action movies on their own. Like, and they're on.
Said they weren't good. He also said they weren't good. So
He's a liar.
I don't know who to trust. A person I've known for a while or a random fucking idiot on the internet.
Like, the Japanese live-action Death Note movies are good. The American remake is dog shit. Alright, I think I'm gonna... What?
Oh,
what were you gonna say? No, what were you gonna say?
I love how people talk about how, like, oh, the Americans always remake their stuff, even though Japan's been doing it since fucking day one.
I was gonna say, like, Japan's remaking Cube right now.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And for some reason, that's okay.
So much.
I don't know.
Thanks.
Now end the stream like the little bitch you are.
I'm about to. I'm checking on all the survivors.
Thanks.
Give him a kiss goodnight.
Okay. Anyway, alright. I'm gonna end the stream right here.